I'm here with Treb, CEO of OpSource. So Treb, how's the show going for you so far?
Extremely busy. It's amazing. I was just talking to one of our guys. You know, our office is right here as well, and I haven't been able to walk back to the office in 2 days. And I keep saying I've been meeting back in the office, and I get stopped every time, every 5 minutes by someone else who's got something we're working on or working with, and has an opportunity to grow cloud in a different way. Or just talk to these guys at Dara and storage, which is just phenomenal stuff. But it's been a bit hectic.
Well, I guess that's a good thing, though. So it's been, what, 6 months now since you guys have been acquired by Dimension Data. Tell me, how's business going?
It's big.
Yeah.
You know, it's amazing from our side to see the amount that can get brought into this environment. And you think we're doing big things here, and we are, but the amount of how the rest of the world, the amount of money being spent in the rest of the world on non-cloud. Dwarfs what we've seen so far in cloud. And in the US, the cloud's really beginning to have an impact on people spending for traditional architectures and infrastructures. We're seeing that repeatedly, and even softness in some of the bigger hardware companies out in the market. But in the rest of the world, they're still buying big gear and big iron and putting it in. And we walk in and talk to some of these guys, and they say, so what are you thinking? We could do this for a couple $100,000 a month. They're like, we're thinking $20,000 a month. And they're literally $20,000. Like, yeah, well, all of that plus more if you want in that space. They don't have even a concept yet of what can be accomplished with this new generation of systems.
So you guys had a big announcement on Monday with your new cloud software. Tell me about it.
Well, I like cloud software because it's just one of those simple things that make it easier for the cloud. We're seeing that kind of maturing and development. And one of the big disconnects on the cloud so far has been that, you know, outside of open source and with some basic level, you know, systems like, you know, your operating system, you could get all these cloud servers hourly and quick and use them for things like test dev and all the rest of that. But if you wanted to put any software on top of that, so databases and architectures to do different programming groups, anything that you had to buy a license for. And not only are those licenses expensive, but you may only want to use it for 2 weeks. And the license only, you know, to run some tests or to run a specific project, but you have to buy the licenses on a perpetual basis. And with cloud software, now you can literally say, I want an image, a server, with this software installed in it, and you will pay hourly for all that software as well, and sophisticated software. And so now people can really get the full hourly flexible experience, not just for the hardware infrastructure, the infrastructure service, but now the software components, especially the structural components that sit on top of that.
So you know what, something that struck me when I was walking the floor here was the enormous amount of infrastructure providers now that they weren't here in the past. What do you attest to?
You know, it's funny. There's not a lot of infrastructure providers. Now you have one. There's a ton of people trying to sell these software stacks to the infrastructure providers. So 2 years ago, it was all about cloud front ends, right? You know, I'm going to have a front end to the cloud. Now it's, hey, I'm going to sell you software that's going to help you make your own cloud. And it's fascinating. There's some are better than others, but a lot of them miss, I think, what's essential to the cloud. I mean, they'll help you manage your virtual servers and manage some of your storage underneath, but they don't really give you all the things that people love about the cloud, which is, hey, I want a server in 5 minutes. I want to turn it off in 5 minutes. I want to be able to increment and bill back out to these, you know, literally fractions of a penny per hour. I want to be able to share with other people in the community of cloud users. Cloud's about sharing and community and how they can, you know, interact with other people using the same systems. I want limitless access. One of the great things, this has been big on us, one of the things that people love about cloud is that it's always there and you can always get more. I can click and I can have another server tomorrow. And for all this talks about helping you manage and giving like a cloud-like interface, none of these new cloud stacks that we see are providing that experience, you know, and it's fascinating to see that we've seen the technology improve for people who want to build, say, a private cloud and what's available, but it still doesn't replicate the true public cloud experience you would get by going to an Amazon or an OpSource.
Well, Treb, thank you for taking the time. Congratulations on
we're
great
so
success.
excited. We're so excited. I guess we'll have to be a bigger sponsor next year.
Thanks.